Good evening. Tonight we're going to be talking about the barriers that we must overcome to implement technology into our classrooms. The Horizon Reports identifies sustaining innovation through leadership change, the achievement gap, rethinking the roles of teachers, and improving digital literacy as some of the barriers that we must overcome. I sent out a small survey to all the teachers in our district, letting them know what the question is and explaining that using technology in the classroom is not using smart boards or PowerPoint, but to let the students use the technology to create a final product that addresses real life problems. It kind of proves the point of not using resources. That I only had one teacher to respond, and that was her point, that she doesn't have the resources to actually implement technology. Our school has two sets of classroom iPads that you can check out through the library. And if those two are checked out, then you have to take your classroom to only two computer labs for the whole high school district. And if those have been scheduled and there's any testing, then you don't have access to any technology. Um, at the beginning of the semester, I told everybody that I was enrolled in this class. The superintendent knows, the principal knows, school board members know. Not one person has asked me to help them give any ideas for their lesson plans. The principal has not said, okay, y'all, Miss Babette is going through this. She could be a good resource. I want to start seeing at least one use of technology in your lesson plans. Superintendent, nobody has addressed it. My academic coaches have not. And that's okay. I send out reminders letting them know, hey, I'm available. But nobody is using that available resource. Now, the biggest change I think we're going to have to do is the rethinking of the role of the teacher, which boils down to changing our culture. We've got to change the way we think about teachers, our role, not as a teller, but as a guide. Um, Also, what I think the classrooms are going to be looking like in 10 years. In 10 years, I think there'll be technology all over the place. It's going to be so commonplace. The teachers will be just a guide. The students will be used to having to produce product. Um, but I think that the best thing that we're going to see is changing in the elementary schools first. Those kids are easier to change, it's easier to implement because they're younger and they're more excited about learning. And then as those kids age up and go through the grades, then by the end of their 12 years of school, then I see where it will be throughout. But I think in the beginning, I think that the elementary school grades will be the first ones to really see a big change. So that is my opinion, and I hope to see y'all next week, and stay warm.